My name is Dasom Lee, and I am a current senior at Texas A&M, class of 2021, studying supply chain management with a Spanish minor. And I had the opportunity and privilege of studying abroad in Barcelona, Spain for spring 2020 as part of the REEP program. I believe it stands for Reciprocal Educational Exchange Program. And I studied at the University of Pompeu Fabra. It was amazing. I got to meet so many other exchange students across Europe, from Ibiza to Germany to Italy, etc. And the one piece of advice I have for all incoming study abroad students is one, plan ahead, because you're going to want to budget so that you can splurge on trips and excursions within your country, outside your country, trying cuisine, etc., souvenirs. And then the other thing is to not be afraid to venture outside of your comfort zone when you arrive into the country. So make friends within your major, your school, your university, or elsewhere, and do your best to go on excursions, visit cultural sites and museums, and I think that'll give you the most amazing experience to be enriching and also collaborative in your learning. So hope everyone really has a great experience studying abroad, because I did, and it absolutely changed my life and my worldview.
Hi, my name is Rebecca Davidson. I am an ambassador for CIBS. I am a senior management major here at Mays, and in the fall of 2019, I had the opportunity to study abroad in Copenhagen, Denmark for a full semester, and that was just such a wonderful experience, and I cannot recommend it enough. My biggest advice for Mays students is just to take the leap. If you've been thinking about going abroad, or even just it crossed your mind a little bit, I would say just do it. Take advantage of the resources we have as Mays students and go see the world.
Hi, my name is Hailey Motsenbocker, and I'm an MS Marketing student here at Texas A&M University. And during my undergrad, I was able to study abroad in South Africa with the Winter Study Abroad, and I also spent an entire semester in Vienna, Austria. And one of the biggest things that I would suggest if you are looking to study abroad for a semester, if you are super interested in traveling around within the country or even out of the country while you're there, really look at how far away the airport is, how easy it is to get around by train or whatever the mode of transportation is that's really common in that country, and just see how expensive it is to get around. There's some places where the airport might be further away and it might be harder to travel if you're doing more air. And this was something that was important to me when I was looking for a study abroad, and I got really lucky because Vienna had such great transportation, and it was so easy to get around, and the airport was so central that I was able to travel a lot while I was abroad, which was one of my goals. And not only did I get to spend a lot of time in the amazing city of Vienna, but I also got to see a lot of Europe as well. So that's my biggest recommendation if you are looking to travel and go a lot of different places while you're doing your semester abroad.
My name is Purwa Baseer, and I'm a senior supply chain management major here at Mays Business School, and I'm also an ambassador for Center for International Business Studies. So I have two major experiences abroad, one being a 2-week-long trip to South Africa, where I got the chance to go to Johannesburg and Cape Town, and then another larger one being a semester-long exchange to Vienna, Austria, where I lived there for 5 months. I can confidently say that both of these experiences have been incredibly transformative, as I've had to force myself to adapt to new situations, meet people with different backgrounds, and completely expose myself to new surroundings 100% on my own. Especially with my semester-long trip to Vienna, Austria, where I lived there for 5 months. I was forced to build a new life there and, build a new support system there. And when I got there, I had so much culture shock, but by the time that I was leaving, I was incredibly sad. So one thing that I'll say is if you ever get the chance to go abroad, take that opportunity while you can, because I have absolutely no regrets, and if I could do it again, I would. One piece of advice that I would give to someone, especially if they are going on an exchange for a semester-long period, is make time in the city that you applied to go abroad for. You'll find, especially in Europe, that you'll have temptations to travel as much as you can, go to as many different destinations possible, and you'll find other exchange students around you doing the same. But one thing that a lot of students regret is that they didn't make time for the city that they signed up for, and that is really depressing, especially since you have so many months and so many opportunities to do so. So try to find that balance with your academics, building new friendships, exploring the city that you originally signed up for, as well as exploring different cities outside of where you were originally intended to go. So that's my one piece of advice.
Howdy, my name is Bryce Boyd, and I'm a senior business honors and finance major with minors in sport management and financial planning. And I have the pleasure of serving as a 2020-2021 CIBS Ambassador. My international experiences include a trip to China in summer 2018, where I interned with the leadership consulting firm and also got to explore a few of this country's major cities, such as Shanghai, Beijing, and Xi'an. My other international experience is through the CIBS program, where I went on a winter faculty-led study abroad to Southern Africa in winter 2020. On this study abroad, we were able to visit 3 countries, South Africa, Mozambique, and Eswatini, learning more about the entrepreneurial environment in Africa and the challenges faced by business owners there. Study abroad is something that has really broadened my horizons and has been a great experience for me. I would encourage anyone who's able to study abroad. Thanks and giga.
Howdy, my name is Aaron Holle, and I am a senior management of information systems major. And in the spring of 2019, I had the pleasure of studying abroad at UPF, or University of Pompeu Fabra, in Barcelona, Spain. It was an absolutely amazing experience. I had such a great time, and I was able to complete some of my core business coursework while also working towards my certificate in international business studies. Advice that I would give to people who are potentially thinking about studying abroad or going to be studying abroad soon is to dive in head first. You may be nervous, things may seem strange to you, that's natural, but definitely don't let that hold you back from making the most of the experience. This is, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, so you definitely want to capitalize on it, have as much fun as you can, experience as much of the culture as you can, and try not to waste the great opportunity that you get when studying abroad.
Hi, my name is Yana Kolpakova, and I am a senior finance major, and I'm here to talk about my internship experience and any advice that I can pass on to you guys. So to start off, I did an 8-week internship in London, and it was a finance internship where I learned about all different aspects of business, and I was able to help account managers do accounting, finance, so it was very beneficial, and I got to gain international experience and network a lot with my coworkers, and even just in general meeting people in the program that I did. And on top of that, it's definitely a talking point on your resume, and you can also get school credit for it, so that's awesome. So any advice that I can give you guys is definitely to research a lot before going anywhere internationally, so you really know what country you want to go to and what place and what type of internship. For example, I did London because I'm a finance major, and I knew that London was the financial capital of Europe, so it just made sense for me to do it. So definitely I recommend going online and searching. There's so many different resources out there for you. I know CIBS is definitely one of them, and really just to pick the program that works best for you. So thanks for listening.
Hi, my name is Macy Miller, and I'm a senior accounting and business honors student from Dallas, Texas. I have had 3 international experiences, the first being a 2-week-long faculty-led field trip to Belgium, the second one being a 5-week-long faculty-led trip to Strasbourg, France, and the final one being a week-long trip to Panama with the student organization Global Business Brigades, where we consulted with small businesses in indigenous Panamanian communities. A piece of advice that I have for students looking to go abroad is to utilize the resources available to you in the CIBS office, including our wonderful advisors. A lot of times students are surprised at just how many opportunities are available as far as different programs, different locations and everything, and sometimes it's just hard to know what all those opportunities even are as a student, and so it's very helpful to be able to use those resources where people are very knowledgeable and can help you create and find the study abroad experience that you are looking for and that is ideal for what you're wanting and that is ideal for your school schedule as well. I have loved my international experiences. They have been some of my favorite experiences of college, and if you are able to, I recommend going abroad 110%. It's something that you won't regret.
Howdy, my name is Lizzie Paulos, and I am a senior accounting major in the PPA program with a minor in English. For my study abroad, I went to Strasbourg, France for an entire semester where I was able to take a full course load of classes as well as being able to travel all over Europe during the weekend. One piece of advice I have for students who want to study abroad is use it as an opportunity to go outside of your comfort zone. Whether it's the location that you want to study abroad, the length of time, or experiences available to you, whenever you do something that pushes your comfort zone, you learn so much about yourself, and those are the experiences that you remember for a lifetime, as well as grow the most from.
Hi everyone, my name is Sofia Samuelson, and I am a senior accounting major from Houston, Texas. For my international experience, I spent a semester abroad in Buenos Aires, Argentina, and it was truly life-changing. I loved every moment of it. I wish that I could go back. If I could just offer any advice for a student who is thinking about studying abroad or planning their study abroad trip, I would say the best advice that I can give is to put yourself out there and take risks. On your international experience, there is just so many things that can be learned and that you can take away from an experience abroad, and you will truly enjoy it the most if you're willing to put yourself out there and have a growth mindset. And so that's what I would say is the most important thing that you should keep in mind whenever you do go abroad. So with that, I encourage you all to apply to study abroad or participate in an education abroad experience because it really will impact your life in many ways.
Hi everyone, my name is Nicole Lopez and I'm a business management major graduating in May of 2021, and my international experience was a 2-week faculty-led winter trip to Brazil, which was genuinely, I always talk about it and say that it was just one of the best experiences of my life, without a doubt, just because a lot of people do question whether 2 weeks is long enough to have a solid study abroad experience and get to see everything, but I will always say that it was more than enough, and we were able to see so much of Brazil with my peers, which was just a great experience and so eye-opening to see how different Brazil can be, not only just in the business world, but also culturally, and how they're struggling with poverty as well, and how that all just ties in together. And it's just so much more different from what we see in the US and the experiences that we have here. And I think that's something that you really can only gain from going to see somewhere new. And so I would definitely highly recommend to anyone considering studying abroad, interning abroad, anything, just really get out there and do it. And I promise it can seem scary, and I was really questioning whether I even wanted to go on the trip. I was kind of intimidated by the idea of just being somewhere new, somewhere that I was not familiar with at all, but 100% do it. Get out there, push yourself, and I promise that you won't regret it, and you're gonna make so many connections and just learn so much about yourself and the country that you choose to go to, which it's the only way that you can experience it. So thank you for watching, and go out there and study abroad.